he definitely had me believing. But before Russell and I headed out for a little walk, I wanted to hear from the man who first believed in him. And he actually credited his GM for starting the whole thing.
John Snyder had been in love with him. You know, he loved him right from the beginning of the process when he went to Wisconsin. He was on it. He was talking about this kid, you know, and so I started to hear, you know, through his energy about him. When he went out and saw him in person and came back and said the whole field tilted in his direction. He was the whole show, you know. Then we started watching film, and you could just see play after play and creativity and this amazing all-around athlete. And after a while, you didn't care about how tall he was. It had nothing to do with it, you know.
Wilson throws a slant inside. Ball is caught by Baldwin. Touchdown, Seahawks!
I did everything you could do to see. Did the height have anything to do with anything? The throws, the tips, and all that kind of stuff, the vision that he could create. We couldn't find anything that was in the way. And after a while, you don't even care how tall he is. You just watch him play. There was a day when he was out here, like the third day we were here, and he's throwing routes with Sidney Rice. They're just on air, just kind of playing catch, and they're working on some red zone routes. And he's telling Sidney what to do, you know, and Sidney's doing it. I thought, oh, there's my first signal. They're listening to him already.
Go ahead, QB, break him down. Let's be special, man. Let's be special in this playoffs. Here we go. Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3, Hawks!
Share with me the relationship, your relationship with your head coach, Pete Carroll.
I mean, we're tight as can be. You know, the thing about him is, you know, first of all, I didn't know he was like the second or third oldest coach in the NFL. And he looks like he's 40 years old. You know, he acts like he's 20.
I've been telling you for a long time, you ain't done nothing yet. Well, tonight, you did something tonight.
He's inspirational. Just the idea of competing all the time, just giving guys chances. You know, he gave me a great chance.
It's Robinson all by himself. He steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Do you have that kind of kinship with Pete Carroll? Because he said, I believe.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we're so close. I mean, we text all the time if we're away from each other, talk to each other all the time about the game, but just about life in general. You know, he's like a father figure for me. You know, my dad's gone, so, you know, my brother and Coach Carroll are probably the ones closest to me. I go home and see my dad. He's been really sick. I mean, he's been sick since my freshman year in college. He had diabetes and everything, and he had to get his leg amputated. You know, fell down, hit his head, went into a coma for 2.5 weeks. The doctors told him he wasn't gonna live anymore. My mom started singing this song, All by Grace, to him in his ear. The doctors told him, there's no way you'll make it. There's no way he'll make it. Sorry, man. You know, my mom's a nurse, so she, you know, she knows how severe that is, but she kept believing in the word. And so she starts singing this song to him, and all of a sudden he starts moving his right hand. Starts moving his left hand. She just freaks out and calls the doctors back in, and she's telling the doctors, he moved, ma'am, he ain't moved. And she starts singing the song to him again. She goes, watch, he's gonna move, watch. So he starts singing the song to him again, and all of a sudden he lifts up his right, he lifts up his left. She says, move your right foot. He moves his right, move your left foot. He wakes up out of it right there.
Russell's dad would live another 3 years, and for a son witnessing that, to this day still defines how he approaches life and how he approaches football.
Those moments, I'm thinking about that, if that can happen, if that miracle can happen, anything with my life can occur. You know, anything great that I've envisioned in my life, you know, can really happen for me.
When I was in the league is I wish my father was still alive. I lost my father my senior year in high school, and I just wish he was still alive to see what had become of me. Do you ever have those thoughts?
All the time, every day. Every day I wish he was here, man, just to be able to talk to him, you know, just for him to give me some motivation.
I know the tremendous regard he has for his dad, and it affected his life so much and molds the person that he is on a daily basis. He makes reference to his pop all the time. And I would never try to, I'm not trying to fill those shoes, I'm just trying to be here to support the guy, and he's such an amazing player that we all kind of get to play off of him. So I feel fortunate that we have the relationship we do.
Here comes the blitz, look out. Throws it outside, Lynch makes the catch, and he walks in! Touchdown, Seahawks!
We talked a lot about the height and how you get inspiration and push past what everybody says, but people talk about the size of your hands, man, huh? Do you have big hands? Let me see how big are your hands compared to mine here. Russ, wait a minute. Your head is as big as mine. Wait a minute, man. How does that help you in the game?
Man, when it's raining here in Seattle, it's nice today, but when it's raining in Seattle, you got to be able to chuck that thing, you know, and put it on the money. So I think that's the biggest thing. I couldn't imagine having small hands and playing quarterback position.
So his hands are big, but he also feels he has big shoes to fill in Seattle. You go to that city, you know there are a few athletes who are always going to be remembered. The one Russell told me he admires most is another baseball player, Ken Griffey Jr. This city loves this guy. Did you think, you know, and I know it's so far off that, you know, I want to have that kind of a relationship, rapport with the city.
I've definitely thought about it, man. I'm like I said earlier, you know, I'm never afraid to excel, you know, and you know, I want the best for the city. I want the best for the Seattle Seahawks. So you know, I want to change the game. You know, I want to do something that they've never done before, you know, and do it 10 times over. So that's the way I look at it.
Doing it 10 times over, doing things that's never been done before. Have you thought about becoming that great two-star athlete right here in Seattle? Playing for the Hogs today.
It's crossed my mind a couple times.
Wait, have you really thought about
It's crossed my mind a couple times, but playing quarterback and watching on the film, it's tough. It's tough. New CBA, it's so much off time. You know, I might as well. I go to all the games.
We all we got! We all we need! We all we got! We all we need! We all we got! We all we need! Let's go! 2013 season. What is expected for you to do?
Every week's a championship week. Every day's a championship day. And so, you know, you think about all the great teams that are out there right now. You know, I think we have high expectations for ourselves. Everybody on the outside, the media, has really high expectations too as well. But I think at the end of the day, you know, we have higher expectations for ourselves than anybody else could.
Have you visualized, introducing 2013 world champions, the Seattle Seahawks? Have you envisioned that? Have you visualized that?
I just got a good visual in my head just now. You saying it. You know, I just got a good visual of it just now.